in 62. Ay, man, when I read the script, I was like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
You know, and starting to shoot, it was just flawless because I wanted to be in that place.
I would like to have people invest in me so I can help tell our stories based on our narrative.
Most of the times when I'm praying, I pray that God should help me use my talent to represent my country on platforms like those.
You got these dancers to fight in the street. What's it like when you're choreographing something like that?
So I couldn't hear them saying cut. So I used to.
There's someone that called me and asked me, who is the owner of the kidney? This
I actually danced for Michael Ross in my high school.
Wait,
Wow.
what's going on here?
Hi. When it comes to the world of theater, you want to sit right at the front. You want to see the action happening right in front of your eyes. And so when it comes to film, we want to give you an opportunity to join the front row. We want to bring the filmmakers, the directors, the actors, the cinematographers, the film makeup, and everyone behind the scenes and in front of it, straight in front of you. My name is Kanan Arinda, and I am joined together with my brother and colleague Andrew. Andrew, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm okay. What do we have for today?
It's an amazing show we're having today, and we're lucky to be joined by people I will introduce by their achievements. One, Agome Mak. He was a representative for Uganda at the Africa Monologue Challenge, and he did quite well. And there was that trending video of his talking about Uganda. I believe everyone saw that. And then Hakim Zziwa, Hakim season, like, is it okay to use season?
yes.
Yes.
Sizzle.
Yeah. The very first time I met Hakim, he was a dancer. Like, I don't know if people even know that. I saw his moves. I think I saw one of his final shows before he transitioned into film. But he's a filmmaker, a director behind The Dark One, which is a documentary film about singer Nankoma Sandra, the Kadugala theme. And of course, the two films most Ugandans know, which is Mwisho and Building 62. And then Alan Kutos, husband of Sani. Okay.
All right, I'll take that.
Yeah.
You forgot his
I wanted to see that. I wanted to see that experience.
Yeah,
I wanted to see that.
I'll take
But
that.
yeah, he's an actor. Like, yeah, he also did dancing. And by the way, like, the sister told me he was a backup dancer for Michael Ross at one point. I believe that he was somewhere, and we shall look for it. We shall look for the video.
Me too.
You have
Oh, by the way, yeah.
Tell
the
me.
video of Tell Me.
Tell me, yeah.
Okay.
I actually danced for Michael Ross in my high school.
Wait,
Wow.
what's going on here?
You should have a chair for Michael.
Interesting. Okay.
So, almost every dancer, every actor has danced.
Wow.
What does that say about us?
But then, of course, Alan Katona has won awards as an actor. He has been in TV shows. That's Sanyo, Beloved, and he had an appearance on Poppy.
Yeah.
Yes, you have been following.
Thank you.
And yeah, me, Andrew Kagwa.
The dancer?
Come on.
Wow. Yo, you mentioned Mark representing us as a country, Uganda, on the continental level. How was that experience?
Beautiful. Hectic because competition's not that easy, but it was fulfilling to because most of the times when I'm praying, I pray that God should help me use my talent to represent my country on platforms like those. And it was a door kicked. It was the beginning of my prayers coming true.
Yeah.
So to represent the whole country on such an international platform. So yeah.
Now, how do you transition from dancing to film?
I think everyone, since everyone
Yeah,
here is a
we need
dancer,
dancers here. And
they will tell you most dancers, it's easy to transition because with dancing alone is you're living an emotion. You're living emotions. Like you see someone on stage, as an audience you're enjoying, but for them they're telling a story in their moves, in everything they are doing. You look at their faces, they're giving expressions. For them they're living in a different world, and it's so common with acting or storytelling.
Yeah.
So it's so easy to switch up.
And it's easier in a way because with dancing, you're using your entire body, literally. And when it comes to scenes like fighting in whatever action scenes and all that, it's like a choreography you follow, which also is a determinant in dancing as well. You know, you follow a sequence of moves, and once you get the moves, it looks just nice like that. So it's easier for any dancer to like get into acting, and you know, it's all art altogether. Yeah.
Speaking of that choreography, Hakim, you got these dancers.
I would say fight scenes in a film are like a dance choreography. Do it, repeat, and also you rehearse. There's time for rehearsal where you go through the same thing. So when it comes to performance on set, since you don't have time, it's a performance. It's a performance. And I feel like from dance to film, film is the closest next door to dance because they're both art forms. And for myself, the transition came through doing dance theater, because with dance theater there was a lot of storytelling on the stage without saying anything, but you're telling a story. So through that, and then to dance videos and then film, that's how it came through.
It's funny because like I did not know he danced.
Me too, I didn't, I had no idea.
Because I remember when your film came out last year. Was it last year?
Yeah, last year.
The first one.
Oh, the first one, 2023.
2023, yeah.
Yeah.
When it came out in 2023, like, I noticed Abdu, and then, of course, since I knew he had a background of dance, personally, I thought you had cast them because of their background of dance. Because there is something about dance and fight scenes. Dancers usually make the best fight scenes because they know how to
They're
stay on
flexible
the
enough to
they're
die well
flexible
on
enough.
camera.
Body movements.
Like, and by the way, like when Judith Adong used to call, when she used to do auditions for her theater shows, she always had a choreographer on her sets. And even when she didn't have any fight scenes, but like when someone understands movement, there is a way they easily move on stage. Like there is a way they control themselves on stage. Their movement. So when I saw those two, I believed in my mind you had cast them because they were dancers, and it would be easy for them to pull off a fight scene. What is that something that?
That's very correct, because it was my first time to. I had done films before, but they didn't have that challenge. So I was thinking, okay, if I have 5 days, what kind of people would have the discipline to pull off complex moves? Of course, the people with a dance background, definitely. Mona herself, Maureen, she's done some kickboxing. Actually, before Mona, Rosemary was the one going to do that role. Yeah, she was the original person I really wanted to do. But then due to some challenges here and there, she was not able to do it. And somebody suggested Maureen, and she was up for it. And that made life way easier, because people with dance backgrounds can easily execute those things that get to a certain
But I want to jump in there. You've made Building 62. You've made Boundary Mwisho. I'm lucky. I think, well, all of us have watched it. My dancers here have watched it, obviously. But there is that theme of action, right? So I'm thinking, and I could be wrong, Is it intentional? Like, is that the genre that you want to be making? Is that the kind of films you enjoy? Or was it coincidental that maybe the first one was that and then the second is also action? Is it something at your heart?
I feel like it's very, very intentional because that's a space that hasn't been explored that much. I mean, it's been there. I mean, we've seen, is it Hollywood? Who killed Captain something?
Yeah, who killed Captain Alex?
Yeah, there's some people that are doing that stuff like real martial arts, but I just thought I would intentionally bring a fresh breath of air to it, with capture it differently, to make people, normal Ugandans like Ugandan films. I'm trying to bring them back because people kind of moved away from you. They appreciate Western films more, and I thought, okay, how do we start? Because it's just the beginning. This is like a 5-year to 10-year mission. How do we bring them back? Let's start with these small ones so people can start believing in Ugandan films again. Capture it in a different way. It's been done before. People have done some martial arts in films before. But how do we put an interesting story around it to make them, it's smart, it's a callback.
Captivating and believable.
Right.
When I was growing up, my mom kind of didn't want us to watch a lot of action films because from her perspective she said that it would make us a lot more violent. But I think now that I've grown up, she was really looking at it from the actual like fighting itself. But when there's a story behind it, it translates into our real life. You're always fighting some sort of battle and it's always coming from somewhere. And I think I've grown to appreciate action films because it builds up to that point whereby when you're seeing these people putting fist to fist, you understand where this person is coming from. This person is throwing a jab because they're fighting for their life or they're fighting for the lives of someone dear to them, you know. And I think that we had moved away from that as an industry. It was more now like drama, express that in words, express that in tears, and that kind of had circulated our industry for such a long time. And as you've mentioned, Hakim, it's a breath of fresh air to know that I can go to Ugandan film and there's this really like, I'm going to borrow Hollywood, like James Bond feeling of like, oh my God, I want my guy to jump out of the window. He can survive.
I think one of the things that most local filmmakers at times do not get is that action films and not necessarily action films, like every film that technically exists is a love story. Some are just rough.
There's always a theme of love.
Yeah, there is always a theme of love because someone is usually fighting because of someone they love or they're trying to save someone they love. Boundary Mwisho, he was trying to save a sister. But geez, like when you look at that film, one kudos. Okay, first kudos because first kudos for building 62. That was the very first time I was seeing him in that element. I was like, oh, that's different.
Lover boy,
like
gangster.
lover boy.
Well, we all have many sides to it. But again, as an actor, I feel like I always take my career in I look at it in the view of a footballer. I usually equate my career to other careers. And look at a footballer. You wouldn't want to play for the same club. From the academy, you play for the same club, you die there.
Even Messi eventually.
Exactly. So you feel like, well, I need to do something else. I need to play for another club. I need to play in another position, you know, to see that I can be a full-grown footballer. So in a way, I was also trying to grow myself as an actor, not to only be about drama, but as well to expose myself to other challenges as an actor and see how far I can get into it. And good enough, Hakim gave me the opportunity to do that. And building 62, man, when I read the script, I was like, this is what I want.
Yeah.
You know, and starting to shoot, it was just flawless because I wanted to be in that place. And putting off the moves with Mona, I wouldn't want to fight Mona in real life, for real. Because she looks like she can pull off
She
those
knows
moves.
what she's
Like,
doing, yeah.
So, again, you see that she can bring that energy to you for you to bring out whatever you have inside you that the world hasn't seen yet. And acting and with action, to me, I feel like we need it as actors here in Uganda because we've done so much drama here and there, but what makes you a full actor is when you do these other things as
Range.
well. Thank you. When you expand your range, and that way anyone can take you on. They can be like, he can do drama, he can do this, he can, you know. Osolo kuba raga, okuba dance, you get. That's the kind of person any person would want to hire on their set. So,
You guys had a fight scene, the two of you.
yeah. Well, first of all, when we started rehearsing with him, we had to be careful with each other because I didn't want to bring my full energy on him because I didn't know where he was from. I didn't know the kind of range he had, so it was about letting him as well bring the energy to the floor so that we can merge, you know, the whole energy beat and controlled energy. But again, when we started shooting, to me, it was like the rehearsal helped a lot. So much, because if we got this thing on set and like, okay, this is what we're doing, someone would punch
Fight
someone.
until I say cut.
And then you would have that patch there and we won't need makeup for it. You're like, that's what we want. But again, no actor wants a bruise on their eye or whatever, but
Yeah.
good enough we pulled it off so well, and thanks to Hakim, because safety is number one.
Yeah, I think that's right. We had to, you know, find the neutral point where to merge the energy, because